great show. We got my boy Troy Marshall, who will be in the building. He is on the way. Today is all about Johnnie Cabbell. Both of my co-hosts are out sick, so I'm gonna hold it down for the both of them. Hope they get well soon. Hope everything's okay. Maybe they'll call in and still give their report. Let's see if they smart enough. Let's even see if they even gonna be looking at the show. So we're gonna find out and see if Mo Clark is gonna call in, if Ashley is gonna call in, and still do their report. I ain't even say nothing to them. I just said, okay, hope you get well. But we're gonna see if they call in. But we got a great show for you all. Now, our topic for today, Fred didn't call in. I can't even get my breath out good. One-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell with Ashley and Mo Clark. Who's calling? Who's calling?
Hey, what's that? What's that?
What's up? Oh, this sounds like somebody different. Who is this?
Yo, what's up? This Fred right here, man.
Fred, you disguising your voice, Fred. You tried to trick me.
Yeah, man.
So what's going on, Fred? You know who our guest is for today?
Oh man, I forgot again, man.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Fred. You gotta do better than this.
Yes, sir. You by yourself today, man. I love you, Johnny. You my fan too, man. You know.
Man, you know, listen, we gotta get you on the show, Fred. I'm trying to figure out when can we book you for the one-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell.
I love to sit next to Ashley.
Well, when can we book you? We want to book you right now, on air. When can we book you?
I don't know, man. You know, I be working, man. You know.
How you be working, but you tune into our show faithfully every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, you know, I work in the morning time, but then I get off at 5, man.
You ain't got to be here. You don't got to be here.
No.
Listen, you don't have to be here to 8:30. So we need you in on the one-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell show. We need you.
Yes, sir, man. That's what's up, man. I would love to, man. Yep.
So once again, when can we book you?
No, man. I got to get my car straight, man. You know.
Fred, you like Black Tony, who never come in to work on 107.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to book my boy Tiny. Tiny, we're going to book you, have you in. Now, do we need a Zoom or are you coming in? Let me know, Tiny. We're going to book you and bring you in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who on my IG. Shout out to my mom checking in. Shout out to, who else checking in? That Stat Boy checking in. Kia checking in. Letitia
I got to get some stuff squared away first. I'm going to let you know, man. I'm going to keep tuning in, man.
Keep tuning in because I want to know when we can get you in on the show. My boy Fabo checking in. Fabo, what's good? Fabo, I'm still trying to learn to dance. Fabo, now listen, Fabo told me if I do this challenge, he will come and sit at the round table with Johnnie Cabbell for the show. But he said I got to learn the challenge. So I got to try to learn this challenge right quick so I can get Fabo on the show. You know that he got that Voltron challenge. I mean, I forgot the name of the song. I just know it's be saying Voltron. You got to kick your, whatever it's called. What's the name of that song, Fabo? What's the name of the song, Fabo? Put you on the private jet, Tiny.
Fabo the rapper, something like that.
Yeah, Fabo the rapper from D4L.
Yeah, I know that, man. Yep.
I need Fabo in the show, but we're going to call you back, Fred. We're going to call you back. So listen, today's topic, you are the best dancer. It's called Jump. The name of the song is called Jump. Matter of fact, Jack, see if you can find that song. I'm going to see if I can do it live on air while I got Fabo on my live so I can get him for the interview. It's called Jump. Matter of fact, I'm finna call. I need to call Faye. Fabo, are you available where I could call you? Can I call you, Faye, and put you on live? Can I call you, Faye? Or matter of fact, Fabo, call into the show, Fabo. 470-251-4707. Yeah, he got a lot of different challenges on there. You could You can play one of them. Here go one. Yeah, Fabo jump. Call in, Fabo. 471-251-4707. Let me show y'all this. You gotta turn it up a little.
You got the jump, stick out your neck, then kick. Ooh, you got to drag that leg to the side. You got to beat that drum. Ooh, you got to pop that.
Jack. What's going on, Jack? It normally don't happen like that.
One time, you got to lock that.
Rewind it from the beginning. Rewind from that.
You got to rock that.
We need that to go all the way through. We need that to go out. Maybe we had to let it wind up some.
Team player.
Hey!
You got to jump, stick out your neck, then kick. Ooh, you got to drag that leg to the side. You got to beat that drum. Ooh, you got to pop that one time. You got to lock that. Ooh, you got to cock that. Ooh, you got to rock that. Ooh, go in the shop. You got to jump, stick out your neck, then kick. Ooh, you got to drag that leg to the side. You got to beat that drum. Ooh, you got to pop that one time.
Yes, he
you
will,
got to lock
Fabo.
that.
He said,
you got to cock that.
Jackie, somebody won't let him call.
Go in the shop.
Make sure the right number, Fabo. 470-251-4707. You ain't have to turn it off. Fred just called. Yeah, Fred just called, so it worked. Yeah, Fabo, he'll let you call 470-251-4707. All right, rewind it, and we're going to put it on pause, because Fabo finna call. I want him to tell us about this. Then I'm going to give him 2 minutes. Fabo, need you to call in right now. 470-251-4707. I need you to call in right now, buddy boy. We need to know about this dance called the jump that I gotta learn before I can get my buddy on this show. Pin the number. Let me pin the number. Call in now. 470-251-4707. Let me put that. Let me pin that. All right, the number is pinned. So y'all call in. Holler at your boy Johnnie Cabbell. I need some people to call in and holler at me. Let me know. Listen, our topic for today is how has your life changed in 2020? Whether it's dealing with the voting, whether it's dealing with coronavirus, whether it's dealing with relationships, whether it's dealing with finances, etc. I want to know, how has your life changed in 2020? Call up now, 470-251-4707. Once again, our topic for today, how has your life changed in 2020? Whether it's from voting, coronavirus, relationships, funerals, finances, etc. I want to hear from y'all. Call in. If you're on my line, let me know. Okay, Tiny, we're going to do that. But I'm finna call Fabo myself, because Fabo playing. Y'all hold on my line. Y'all stay right here. I'm just finna go to my phone book and get this number out so I can get this man Fabo on the line. Because I don't know what's going on with Fabo. Fabo tripping. But we about to get him on the line. He can't run from me. There you go. There you go. He's calling in. Oh! 101 with Johnnie Cabbell. What's going on?
What's happening?
Hey, I try to hit one of your sounds. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my brother?
What's happening there?
Listen, Faye, I've been trying to get some time so that I can learn this dance, because I really want you on my show. I really feel like you put a lot of pressure on me.
It's easy, man. I'm telling you, man. We had a lot of superstars doing it. The kids are really taking a hold to it. They actually transformed it. If you look at the page, we have a winner up there, and before we crowned her the winner, literally all the kids had started doing her way of the dance.
Man, I got to see who won, because I've been checking out everybody. Hold on, what page is it on? We're going to go to it right now. What page is it, Faye?
It's on I Am Fabo.
Go to I Am Fabo on IG.
Yeah, on IG.
Go to IG right quick.
Yeah, if you want to see the dance, TikTok has over 100 videos, so you just go check it out.
Man, I know TikTok probably been going crazy right now.
Yeah, TikTok is dope, man.
Faye, man, I just want to let you know, man, I'm so proud of you. You've been really doing your thing. You've been staying active. You've been staying consistent. You've been keeping the grind and just keeping it going, man. You know, like, I just really want to commend you because, you know, sometimes people get frustrated. They get, you know what I'm saying, discouraged or just feel like it ain't no more help. But you are letting people know that, listen, this thing going to keep going regardless. Well, but, you know, when you're a star, that's what it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just feel like, you know, we did a lot for the industry or whatever. You know, R.I.P. Shouted, man. I wouldn't be nothing without Shouted. I just feel like, you know, we got to keep it going some kind of way. And I wake up every day and just try to give it my best.
Man, you do more than give it your best. You go far and beyond because, man, like, you really been, I just been watching. I wake up, I go down my timeline, I see you on there, and I'm like, man, this man is just fucking crazy. This man is just doing. And I be looking at the shows and everything. I'm like, man, I'm so proud of my boy. I'm so proud of Faye.
You see me bring out my new dance, that iRobot in Milwaukee, where I went up on my toes and then I go down to the ground like the.
Now, Faye, you know you can't be doing that. They ain't ready for that. That's
like,
beyond their time now.
It's like the little robot thing that I went over to somebody's house and seen the little robot thing cleaning the floor by itself. And I was like, oh, that'll be a nice move. And I did it, and it went viral. That was crazy.
That's crazy. Now, which girl, we on your page, which girl is the winner? Which one was the winner?
It's OK Research. She should be the second picture, first or second picture.
Is that OK Research? Oh, yeah. Play that one. I seen it. Hey. Wham. 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 Oh, let me show y'all my IG. Hold on, read y'all. I'm finna say rewind. Wham. 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 Hey. I got it. I think I can get it. I'm gonna go practice that tonight. Hey.
You got to rock that. Go in the shop. You got.
So, fella, you can turn out. So, fella, let me ask you real quick, because I want to save all my questions for when I get your ass up here. Did you ever think that the song would go viral and go that big like it's been doing? Did you see that? Like, did you see that in the forecast?
No, I really didn't. I was, we was actually promoting the other song, again, which is still going crazy in itself. And we was doing the K-Camp project. And in the middle of that, somebody sent me that track, which was 24K, down in Orlando. And I was like, this is dope. And at the time, all the Black Lives Matter stuff was going on. So I was like, I got to give my contribution to this because, basically can't nobody sit on the sideline. But I was like, people ain't going to want to hear the gloomy stuff from me, and maybe I can make it fun. So I was just basically saying in the song, nobody can stand on the sideline. You got to jump, stick out your neck, then kick. So right now, we got to beat that drum. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's basically what the song is about, is my contribution to the movement.
Oh, man, just for that, I am about to go learn this dance so I can get the infamous, the famous Fabo. Oh, my dude said what's up. She said what's up. She on my IG live. She said, tell Fabo I said hey.
Hey, Mom, I got to come see you.
So, yeah, I'm going to learn this dance, man. You challenged me, so I'm going to learn it so I can get you on this show.
I got to do it again. I'm tag you in it. I'm just stand out somewhere and do it again and tag you.
All right, do that. But I appreciate your time, Faye, man. I appreciate your time. I'm going to be at you.
Thank you, brother.
All right, say no more. All right.
Yeah.
Hello. One-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell. How can I help you?
What's going on, fam?
Is this Shamika?
Yeah.
Now see, if you was up here, I would have had you on the show with me, being my call, because both of my calls called out sick. They not feeling good. So it would have been really dope to have you up here rocking with your boy, Johnnie Cabbell, being my co-host tonight.
I know I had to get my daughter to the church tonight for their youth meeting tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're getting ready for Holy Convocation tomorrow, so we're giving the youth a chance to enjoy their time before Holy Convocation.
Okay, real quick, let me ask you a question. Our topic for today is, how has life changed in 2020? Whether it's with voting, coronavirus, relationships, funerals, finances, etc. Like, how has 2020 changed your life?
Well, I can tell you this: no bill has went unpaid.
Amen to that.
Before I even got this car almost 3 years ago, I prayed for no repossession, so it haven't been repossessed.
That's good.
So, I'm still working on, my credit score, still working on finance-wise. Money do come in, but not the type that I want. But I tell God, thank you for every little bit that helps to pay a bill,
Yeah. So has 2020 affected your life so far, or has it just been really on the same, pattern that it's been going anyway? Or do you feel like 2020 has made a significant change in whatever area it may be, but do you feel like 2020 has had an effect on your life?
It hasn't affected my life.
That's good.
Thank God me and India, we stay in the house with Mom. I'm getting ready to move. We were supposed to move Friday, but things changed. But thank God, by us working and being out, we haven't brought anything back to our elderly mother that would cause her to get sick.
That's a blessing.
Mental-wise, everything has been great. This really been the best year of my life, especially being able to spend more time with my daughter. A lot of times when I was working, I couldn't spend time with her because of my hectic work schedule. And I'm thankful, for everything, because now I've been able to spend a lot more time with her.
That's good. Well, really, it's been helping you then, it seemed like. So 2020 probably been a good thing. Now, it's been a blessing. Now, it's crazy because 2020 has been, hard for some people, but for others, it's really been like a blessing. So that's a good thing.
Well, you got to first keep your faith in God. And a lot of people don't like to talk about that. I don't get into whoever higher power is, but, my faith lies in God.
Exactly.
And I look at how all these other diseases and everything has been out, and nobody was scared of them. Now here comes this, and everybody want to run scared.
Yeah, it sound like Jack. That's some mess Jack do.
Right. So you
run scared. Run scared.
With tuberculosis and everything was out before this.
Yeah. They done had flu out. It's been a lot of little different things out.
Okay, and I remember when that influenza B-type flu was out, and I contracted it. But thank God it didn't kill me, and I contracted it at a time I was carrying one of my kids. I had that flu and pneumonia at the same time while I was carrying her.
Yeah.
So, that was killing people, malaria and all this, but they weren't making us wear masks and stuff. Then there's a thing of control, and folks weren't scared to be around you then, but now they act like you the disease.
I know that's Jack with all that nonsense, but I appreciate you calling in. The phone line's going crazy, so we're going to try to get a couple more calls before our guests get in, but I definitely appreciate you calling in.
Always, fam. Love y'all much.
Love you too, and Rosie said he love you. What's up?
Love you too.
All right. 101 with Johnnie Cabbell with Ashley and Mo Clark, who is out sick today, but who's calling?
It's all good, man. It's your boy Rocky checking in.
We just taught you up because I just told Shamika that you said what's going on. What's up?
Man, what's happening, man? Just checking in on the show, man. I had to say what's up with you,
Man, I appreciate you calling in. So, Rosie, has your life changed in 2020?
I feel like I really got my spirit right, man. When we had that quarantine, I think when Leno shut down for like a month, I really got my spirit in my body and my eating right. Got back in line the way I needed to, and got a chance to get focused, readjusted, because you know that role life and constantly performing and keep on going. it can get hectic, man. So got a chance to get right, you know.
Okay. So it's been more in a positive way for you than a negative, basically.
Yeah, it's been in a beautiful way, man. It's been a beautiful and a focused way.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
How's it changed for
good.
you?
Yeah, it did change. It changed for me because of the industry that I'm in. It definitely affected my money, but I was blessed to, you know what I'm saying, the hustle that's in me, and me just, you know what I'm saying, having faith and just believing in the Most High. You know, I was able to find other things to, you know, get me right, to keep me right and keep things going. So, you know, I've been good, and then things been coming back around for me. So I've been good.
And it's definitely changing ways because of the virtual, you know what I'm saying? We're doing a lot more live streams. There's a lot of different ways for us to entertain the world to keep it going now.
Exactly.
You know, we hustlers, we're gonna keep it second, keep it moving, man. And prayers to all the families that have lost people during the COVID and that haven't been so fortunate with it. Bye.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in. The lines are blowing up, so I want to try to get all the calls we can before our guests get here. But stay tuned in to the show.
Okay, I got you.
All right. One-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell with Ashley and Mo Clark, who is out sick tonight. But who's calling and where you calling from?
It's your mom, boy, and calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Mom Deuce is on the line. Hey, first time I had my Mom Deuce on the line. How you doing, Mom?
I'm doing great. Thank you so for asking. Just wanted to say a shout out to your compadres that are out sick and hope they get well soon. And I'd like to say that God has been good, and how has it been changed in my life for 2020? All I can say is God is good, and He's brought the family together more and closer. And things are just going as they should, as I said they would back in the 80s. I told you this was coming.
Oh, boy. Here we go. We ain't going to get into all that now.
Take care.
Okay, appreciate you calling in, Ma.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Our Mom Deuce calling in. It's always good when you get a call from Mom and all that. But once again, we got a great host for tonight. But I do want to mention this, a couple of things that's been going on. Cardi B has filed for divorce from Offset. What y'all think about that? Call in. Let us know y'all thoughts on that. 470-251-4707. Also, 19 families, not one, not two, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, but 19 families have came together, purchased, I think it was 90 acres of land, which this is going to be for us. For us. Now, I pray and I hope that we don't let nothing come in between that. We don't let the man get in the middle of that. We don't let nobody try to come in and outbid or outbuy, or, you know, I just really hope that we stick to this and that we follow through on this all the way, and that it is something that is put out here for us. And when I say us, you know what I'm talking about. So I commend the 19 families that came together and did that. I really wish this would be like a trend, and, you know, we could get more people coming together and say, you know what, if they could buy 90, let's go out and buy 150 or 200. You know what I'm saying? And start building stuff for us that we know that's going to take care of home. So I hope this is something that's an eye-opener to a lot of us and a lot of people out there. But kudos to that. Kudos to that. 90 acres. That's a lot of land. That's a lot. So if y'all want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, you got something to say on that, hit me up, 470-251-4707. If you got anything you want to talk about as far as with the Cardi B situation, with her Offset, do you think that was a good choice, the right choice? Would you have stuck in there a little longer? Or do you think that she did what was right for her? You know, sometimes people can only take so much and they're willing to go so far, but I want to know how y'all feel. call into the show, 470-251-4707. Also, salute, hats off to Young LA. Man, the parking lot concert this past weekend was sold out. It was crazy. It was one of them experiences, and the energy was just like, I felt like I was back in 2010, 2012. Young LA did his thing. He shut the stage down, shut the show down, and we about to get ready to take the show on the road to a couple other spots. So, you know, I'm excited. I'm happy about that. You know what I'm saying? And glad to see that everybody is doing their thing. Everybody doing their thing. Right now, we're going to get into our artist spotlight. And you know who that is. It's our girl, Taylor Girls. And we got, is this the song with Kissy? Yes. This is the song featuring Kissy Lee. Taylor Girls featuring Kissy Lee. What's the name of the song? I'm Fine. Let's get it. Let's get it. God damn.
Just gotta set the tone.
I've been population. Hey, 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 hey.
It's on the beat, make it boom.
Yeah, keep that shit circle. I don't fit with no squares. Frontal on my head came with the baby hairs. Body built like a bear. Make your nigga have an affair. Ride him like a bear. Sit on his face like a chair. Cost my 1,500 for my hair. Nigga, this ain't no cheap shit. Let my old nigga cut. He was on some weak shit. And bitches talking all day, but they can't get what I get. Been popping shit. I'm a real rich bitch.
Reckless, but guess on my neck on my necklace. Why in the fuck would you test this? All of my diamonds from Texas. Oh, that ain't your man. No, he mine. If he yours, then why he always on my line? This ain't a flex. Bitch, I'm fine. I can't be pressed. These hoes ain't even crossed my mind. That ain't your man. No, he mine. If he yours, then why he always on my line?
Yeah, this some real bossy shit, bitch. Really catch a trick. Twist that $1 million pussy, put it on your lips. FSC with a kid back. Know how I feel when I grip that. Split me in half like a Kit Kat. Ain't got time for the chit chat. Broke dusty hoe, why you pocket watching, bitch? I ain't got the patience, I'll pop you in your shit. Bail money ready, I ain't never gon' sit. Yo nigga in my DMs, he ain't never gon' quit.
Reckless, but guess on my neck on my necklace. Why in the fuck would you test this? All of my diamonds from Texas. Oh, that ain't your man. No, he mine. If he yours, then why he always on my line? This ain't a flex. Bitch, I'm fine. I can't be pressed. These hoes ain't even crossed my mind. That ain't your man. No, he mine. If he yours, then why he always on my line? This ain't a flex. Bitch, I'm fine. I can't be pressed. These hoes ain't even crossed my mind.
That's my motherfucking mind, bitch.
Yeah, Taylor Girls, they ain't no little girls no more. There's some grown ass girls. There is some grown ass girls now. Shout out to my boy Taylor, boy, you know what I'm saying? That's Pops, you know what I'm saying? He be doing his thing. You know, we're gonna have to get Taylor Girls up here for an interview as well. You know, Troy Marshall is our special guest for today. He might already be downstairs. You might need to go down there and check. Just go down there and check, because I'm pretty sure he's either down there or he about to be pulling up. I'm gonna give you Troy number. Hello.
Text it to me.
Troy, can you just type it in right quick? It's oh shit. I'm finna text it to you. He downstairs. He down there. Somebody's coming now. Oh, I ain't even. Yeah, so my boy Troy Marshall is on his way. You know what I'm saying? He's coming up. We about to get into it. If you want to know anything about the music industry, if you want to know anything about certain things that you need to do out here, you might want to call in on this show. Cause Troy, you could be a guest. Just hit me up. Let me know. DM me. You know what I'm saying? I got to see who you are. You know what I'm saying? But call into the show, 470-251-4707. Talk with our guest, Troy Marshall, who is our special guest for today. If you want to know anything about the music industry, this man been in the music industry for over 25 years, maybe 30. I have had the pleasure of working with him, with my group Crime Mob, a couple of other people as well. He's like my big brother, my mentor. So I have a lot of respect for this guy. This man is very knowledgeable of the game, know what's going on, he know what he's doing. So if you want to call in, if you want some good feedback, some good knowledge, if you want to know some good stuff on the music industry, call in right now, 470-251-4707. That's 470-251-4707. And, you know, we're going to be getting it in with my boy, Troy Marshall. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got the man of the hour that's coming up. So we'll be right back at you. Bam! And we back. We are back. We are back. My man T. Marshall. Well, first of all, listen. This is like some real big shit right here. Because this is the GOAT. I'm a GOAT, but this is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having Michael Jordan and LeBron sit down at the table or playing one-on-one.
That's exactly what we're about to do, too.
Exactly. So this is what this. So This is an honor. I feel real pleasure to be chopping it up with not only a good friend, but my partner, my mentor, business partner, all that in one. My man Troy Marshall is in the building. What's going
Johnny,
on?
We gonna have to get one-on-one, baby.
Yes.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's an honor to have you in and everything. And, you know, I'm just glad that you took time out because, you know, you're a busy man.
Yes, sir.
But you said, you know what? I'm going to come up, kick it with my boy Johnny on his show.
Man, I've been hearing about the show. I've been seeing it on the Instagram, and I was like, man, I knew I was coming in town, and I just had to do the show.
Perfect timing.
I love
Perfect
it,
timing.
brother.
Perfect
I love
timing.
it.
So for the people that don't know who Troy Marshall is, let them know, who is Troy Marshall?
In the business or just me in general?
Who is Troy Marshall in the business? Where, like, tell us about, you know, like your background. Where you come from.
All right, well, I'm from Los Angeles, California. I started in the music business doing club promotions. Just like you book a lot of artists, Johnny. Yeah, I used to have a lot of artists that be booked at my club. In the late 80s, early 90s, there were about 25 to 30 different record labels. You had Red Ant, you had Arista, you had Bad Boy, you had LaFace, MCA, Capitol, RCA, Sony, Epic. And one of the ways they used to break their artists is bringing them through my club. I had this club called Paradise 24 in the late 80s and early 90s.
And that was in L.A.?
And that was in Los Angeles.
Okay.
It was in Hollywood, California. So what would happen was during that time, they had Soul Train.
Okay.
Right? So they had BRE Magazine, they had Urban Network Magazine, they had Soul Train, and then on Monday nights during the summertime, they would do our 18 and over party, and then they come back that Thursday and do our 21 and over night. So they got a crowd of 1,000 18 and over kids, and then they got another crowd of like 21 and over 1,300 people.
Okay.
And we, like MC Hammer got signed from being at my club.
Wow.
There was this guy by the name of DJ Gus, who was one of our main DJs. He went down to Oakland. He got the record, Let's Get It Started. He started popping in the clubs, and then we got in contact with him and said, hey, listen, we have a lot of music industry people that come here on Thursday nights. You need to come down here and perform. He came down, performed. Capitol Records would not let him leave LA till he signed the deal.
And it was MC Hammer.
It was MC Hammer.
So you was around and was in the midst of all of that.
All of that.
Wow, I never knew that, Troy.
Yeah, Step Johnson was the president of Black Music over at Capitol at the time. Louis Burrell, who was Hammer's brother, he had brought him through there. You know, Busted Records, Garnett March, who I used to work for at Interscope, ran Busted Records. So, yeah, all it started from there. Wow. That's why me and Louis Burrell are so tight to this day.
So, before that, the guy Troy Marshall, what was it like growing up? Did you come from a single parent, or did you have both of your parents?
I'm the oldest of 5, single parent. My mom raised all of us. She worked at Continental Airlines, right? So when I was in college at UCLA on a football scholarship, I pledged Alpha. So I used to be able to go to all the conventions. I used to be able to go out of town. I'm like 18, 19, 20 years old, traveling all over the country because by her working for the airline,
you was able to fly free.
I was able to fly for free. We just had to pay the taxes.
Yeah.
You had to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
So I was able to go to all my fraternity conventions. I was able to go out of town and do special things. I was able to go to concerts, you know, because my good friend Kenny, he used to be in Maze as far as on their travel crew. So I would go see Maze concerts. I would go to Stevie Wonder concerts, all that type of stuff. So I got, man, music has been with me ever since I was like 19
I was going to ask you, like, at what point did you say or realize music was where you needed to be?
Well, you know,
especially because you mentioned now you had a football scholarship.
Yes.
So you were playing sports.
I was playing sports, playing college ball.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what transition came into where you said, you know what, I need to be doing this. Versus playing on that field.
When I was 11, 12 years old, you know them big-ass old boom boxes, the big-ass heavy boom boxes? There was a station called K-Day, 1580 K-Day, the first rap station in the country. So NWA, Public Enemy, Father MC, anything that was rap, they played it.
Wow.
And every Saturday night, that's all I would listen to. I would listen to that channel from 5 p.m. all the way to like 12, 1 o'clock till my mom made me go to bed. But from that, Uncle Jam's Army came about. So Uncle Jam's Army started doing
Let's see. Hold on, real quick. One-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell with Ashley and Mo Clark, who is out sick today, but I got my man Troy Marshall, who is in the building. Who's calling? Where you calling from?
This is Mo Clark.
Oh, Mo is calling in.
Hey, Mo.
You don't sound like you sick. Troy was like, John, you mean to tell me I done came all the way from LA and both of your co-hosts? I said, Troy, I don't know why they did it to me. I don't know what happened.
Man, because we can't take no chances, bro. If I cough, sneeze, sniffle, I don't care. I'm not going around nobody.
Hey, I feel you. I appreciate it.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. But y'all, I see y'all doing y'all thing. Johnny sitting there looking lost in the sauce.
I'm actually was waiting to see was you gonna call in and still give us your report. You know, even though you were sick, you could have still gave your report over the phone and still did moments. Oh, there it is, guys. Moments with Mo. Moments with Mo. You get what you got for us, Mo.
Alright, so it's your girl, Miss Mo Clark. You guys
Talk up a little louder, Mo.
At Miss Mo Clark. So let's just get into the obvious. Cardi B and Offset. Okay, Cardi B done filed for a divorce after nearly 3 years with Offset, and she has stated that she wants to take full custody of their 2-year-old daughter.
No.
What?
It was corrected that she does want to do joint custody, and she want her and Offset to still,
co-parent.
Yeah, co-parent and get along with each other. So they did make that correction today.
Tragedy. So this is the thing. When she first filed, the news broke that she filed. They weren't really saying too much about what was in the documents, but basically she wants to get a divorce, saying that Offset has been unfaithful the whole time they've been together. Now, I'm just kind of confused on this situation as to why she didn't think that he wasn't going to be like that. Like, he was cheating before y'all got married, then you turned around and married him. Like, what the hell did you think was going to change? I don't know. Johnny, what you think? Troy, what you think? Because I'm confused. Like,
I plead the fifth.
Hey, I plead the fifth too. I'd rather not comment on that. But how do you feel about it as a woman? Do you think she made the right choice, or do you think she should have just stuck it on out, and long as he, kept everything respectful and, took care of home, What you think?
I guess it just depends on what type of female you are. You guys know when you're in the industry, whether you an actor, NFL player, whatever it is, that cheating stuff kind of come with the territory. I hate to say it, but it really does come with the territory. Like if your man is an NFL player, you could probably expect 9 times out of 10 he's gonna cheat. Everybody except for Russell Wilson, I think he probably halfway faithful. I don't know.
Them be the main one. Troy be like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't speaking. I ain't commenting.
I don't need nobody in my DMs. I don't need none of that.
Boy,
I know too many people.
Please don't come in. But I think that Cardi B is just something she's gonna have to. That's on her. Like maybe it's because he's cheating publicly. Like there's no discretion about it. Like these women are coming forward and they talking about it, and they basically that's crazy. You just made a song saying you don't cook and you don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. Now we're trying to figure out too. You got the ring, but what does that shit really mean? Because don't mean nothing. I'm just saying he needs to go ahead and drop a remix real quick. But anyway, Jim Carrey is actually set to play Joe Biden on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my God, that is gonna be fun. I'm glad you said that because I will be tuning in.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out, we have seen Jim Carrey do a lot of stuff. Like he's been funny, he's been serious, but we haven't really seen him be on shows like Saturday Night Live and stuff like that since. In Living Color?
Yeah.
So he gonna kill that.
So I think this is gonna be funny. I think it's gonna have a lot of viewers because it's Jim Carrey. Whatever. Okay, so last week I reported on J-Lo and A-Rod. They were gonna buy. Who were they gonna buy, Johnny? I forgot who I said they were gonna buy. They were gonna be the first
some team. Yeah,
they were gonna buy a team. So now they are looking to sell their house in Malibu for $7 million.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Man, it is. What's
That
up?
ain't a lot. I can afford that.
Yeah, that might be a
That's not a
condo.
lot. That might be a condo or something.
Give me your money, because I'm still waiting on my $2,000 stimulus check, okay? So, hell with that. $7 million to me, baby. That's a lot. So, I pretty much, do you guys watch Storage Wars?
I know what it is. I know what you're talking about.
It before. Yeah.
Okay, so the star of the show, his son is allegedly the shooter. Let me see who he shot. He was, I think he was the one that shot the 2 cops. I don't know. But
wow.
He's gonna go to jail. Yeah. So the reality stars, they killing each other, they killing other people, they just doing too much. It's too crazy out here. I don't know. This goes back to what we talked about weeks ago. Like, it's COVID-19. Instead of people focusing on being sick, they're becoming, you think they're becoming more violent, or we just know about more violence because we ain't got shit else to do right now? Like, which one is it?
Social media has spread it.
Yeah, social media has definitely spread it.
Intriguing. That's all I got from y'all, guys.
Well, we appreciate you calling in and doing your part. I feel much better now. I feel like the show is definitely about to go up. We're about to get into some more questions. Let Troy finish what he was talking about. So stay tuned in and look at the show, Mo, while you're getting well, because you sound so sick.
Yeah, I miss you, Mo. I'm gonna come back and do one when I know you're gonna be here.
I'll be there.
Troy said he got to come back because you got
right.
to be here when y'all here.
That's right.
Troy, you gonna have to come back in 2021 when COVID hopefully goes away.
COVID ain't never came, but that's another story.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever.
Bye, Mo. Do you like we do, Fred? Bye. That was Mo Clark. We waiting on Ashley to see if Ashley gonna call in, but let's jump back into this interview. Troy was, giving us some good information about, how he just came into this whole industry thing, and what gave you that indication that this is what you needed to do.
Well, high school really did, because I was the senior class president. I was the homecoming committee chair. And, I don't know if y'all remember the World Class Wrecking Crew, but that was Dr. Dre's DJ crew. So they used to DJ all our parties. My high school that I went to was Verbum Day High School. Which
So
is
you
in
was
Watts.
like popping in high school.
Oh, nigga, I was a man in high school. Don't get it twisted.
Okay,
I was a homecoming king for St. Mary's.
Wow.
Always been popping. Always. So again, when I got into the music thing, it was just a natural transition for me. So what happened was, I was at UCLA. It was my sophomore, junior year at UCLA. A good friend of mine, Richard Cambridge, had some Line Brothers at the Raw concert for Eddie Murphy. So he ran into one of the lead promoters for Paradise 24. So he had asked Richard, said, hey, man, we're thinking about putting a toy drive together, but we want to get all the fraternity and sororities together. So Richard calls me immediately because he know I'm the popping cat on campus. So we got in contact with all the fraternity sororities, all the AKAs, the Deltas, the Sigmas, the Omegas, and we did this big party at Paradise 24, and we had like 1,300 people.
Wow.
We had about 2,000 toys, and of course the Alphas won, so we got our own night to do the club. And then after that, me and Richard, we started this company called 7 Oasis Entertainment, and we started doing the nightclubs.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
The nightclub scene back then versus to what it is now, how much of a difference is that?
Back then, everybody dressed up.
Okay.
Everybody dressed to a T. Cross Colors and Carl Kanai, love them to death, but they killed the dress code at nightclubs, right? Because in LA, I'm talking about, it could be Shaq, it could be Magic Johnson, it could be Michael Cooper, you had to come in there dressed to a T. Period. Or you didn't get in.
Yeah.
And that's what the rule was. But that's what made it so hot. So people go out buy their outfits every Thursday night. When I tell you, you talking about 21 over people, 8 years in a row, every Thursday night, 1,300 people dressing up.
Wow.
Dressing up. And then about around 92, 93, that's when cross colors kind of came in. They were like, well, shit, my cross color is just as expensive as my suit. You know, so we had to start back. So some people was like, fuck it, I'm not coming to the club. Yeah, we can't curse on this show, can we?
You good.
Yeah, so like they stopped coming. So we kind of had to adjust the dress code.
Time started changing.
Time started changing. So for our 18 and over, you know, we had to change. We changed there. It kind of worked. So we kind of did it on our 21 and over side, and it worked. But the mystique of it wasn't the same. You follow what I'm saying? But again, we still had all the artists coming through because it was still the hottest spot. But again, when they used to do Paradise, they would do it on Monday and Thursday. Then they would do the trade. So they would do like BRE Magazine and Urban Network Magazine are trade publications for the music business, right? And then on Friday, Saturday, they would record Soul Train.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if an artist was from New York, Atlanta, wherever they was from, they would come post up in LA for a week because they had something to do the whole time they was there. And then they would cultivate the week they would do Paradise 24 performance for free. And then they would do Soul Train on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So was you ever connected with Don Cornelius with the Soul Train thing?
Eric Kasim, yes. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how all shit ties in. Eric Kasim was the talent booker for Soul Train. Eric Kasim's responsibility was to go get the dancers to come dance at Soul Train. Well, Paradise 24 had all the bad broads. So he would come to Paradise. That's how I used to get all them Soul Train tickets. Like I went to the Soul Train Awards show like 7 years straight. In exchange, he would pick the girls from our club. They would let us go to Soul Train. That's how I started building my relationships with artists, managers, all that different type of stuff. Okay. And then from there, I started interning at MCA Records.
I was just about to ask you, how did you get into with the label?
I started interning at MCA Records because they were always bringing their acts to our club. So this gentleman by the name of Alan Carroll, I was a school teacher at Vermont Day at this time. So I said, Alan, I really want to intern for you because I want to get into the music business. And he blew me off for like 6 months. I swear to God, Johnny, 6 months. And then one time, he had me come up to his office, which was way in Burbank. And I had this Buick Chrysler. And so I drove all the way out there, sat in his office for 4 hours. Never showed up. So he called me, he apologized, came back like a couple of days later, did the shit to me again. The third time I went, I just cleaned up his whole office. So, because he didn't show up the third time either. So when he came to his office and he saw how clean it was, then they called me back. And then I started interning for him.
Do you think he did that on purpose to see what type of person he was dealing with? Or he literally just did that?
Love Alan Carroll to death. He is one of my biggest mentors. He is responsible for me being in the music business. No, he was just lazy. Okay. Now, you got to remember, at that time, we had Uptown Records. So we had Jodeci, we had Guy, we had Mary J. Blige, we had Heavy D, we had Father MC, we had Soul For Real, we had Monifa. Like, Uptown was popping. Popping.
I'm trying to figure out, you sat in the office 4 hours for 2 times straight.
Yes.
What made you or gave you the energy to say, you know what, I'm still not giving up? Because you still went back. So I'm trying to figure out, where did that come from?
Because Demet Guidry, right? I'm going to tell you why. Me and Demet Guidry, and at this time, Demet Guidry was the West Coast Regional for Columbia Records. So he would bring LL Cool J, he would bring Destiny's Child, he was bringing all of his acts to my club at Paradise 24. Next thing I know, he a national, he a VP. I'm like, I can do what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And me and Demet graduated together. And Demet Guidry lives out here, so shout out to Demet Guidry. If you listening, hit me up. I'm in Atlanta until Sunday. So that's what made me, I'm like, oh no, I got to get this done. Now, at this time, Lionel was doing lifestyle marketing for Capitol Records. So Lionel, Lil Silas, who else? Steph Johnson. They all would come. They would come to our clubs. Wow. So Alan Carroll, but at that time, if you was a regional or a local for a region, that was part of your job. You had to go to the retail stores. You had to go to the nightclubs. Me, Def Jam Records, MCA, Bad Boy, we kind of really started the whole street team thing, right? So, and actually Lionel was the originator of it because they started it at Capitol.
Okay.
Like Rico Suave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lionel broke that record.
Wow.
Lionel broke that record in the clubs.
I want to ask you a real interesting question.
Sure.
You grew up in L.A. What part of L.A.?
I lived in Compton, Downey, Norwalk, Linwood, Long Beach.
Well, Long Beach and Compton, I know about them part. Coming up in L.A. and being out, being on the club scene and everything, was you know what I'm saying, was
the gang element.
The gang banging. Did that ever come across your path or ever come to a situation where you was like, it was like, damn, I got to make a decision what I'm going to do? Or how did you know what I'm saying? How did you?
Well, at Paradise, none of the gangbangers wanted to get dressed up.
Oh.
So they stayed their ass at home.
So you didn't have to deal with that.
They had to deal with that. But also, certain gangbangers, they wouldn't go past their block. So they wouldn't even, the furthest they went to was the LA Coliseum at the sports arena to go to Uncle Jam's Army. That's why they always had 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people there. Uncle Jam's Army was the biggest club promotion, and it was 16 and under, right? Mm-hmm. And 5,000, 6,000 people. And Uncle Jam's Army started off at K-Day, right, with Greg Mack. He was one of the original guys for Uncle Jam's Army. So that's where all the gangbangers would go. The only thing is, it would be a lot of fighting. It wasn't a lot of shooting, it was just a lot of fighting.
So let's go back even further then.
Okay, sure.
The 12-year-old boy.
Yes, sir.
That was out there playing like any other kid out in the streets and stuff. Plus, you said you came from a single-parent home.
Yes.
And it was 5 of you all.
Yes. I have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
4 brothers, 1 sister. So.
But 3 brothers and 1 sister. I'm the oldest of 5.
Okay. So, even back then, was that ever something that, came across your path that had you in a tough situation or a tough spot, or?
Yes. We used to live on the street, 99th and Butlawn, which my auntie still owns to this day, right? And that's Crip neighborhood. 99 Hoover Crips is over there. One rule that the Crips and the Bloods had was, if you was an athlete and you was a good athlete, they stayed off of you. You got to pass, right? But make sure you ain't in the wrong neighborhood. But as long as you was in your neighborhood and they knew and they knew who the athletes were. They knew, and you got to remember,
that's crazy.
Pop Warren football, it was gang related. Like at Athens Park, that's where all the Bloods went. Down at Vermont Park, that's all the Crips. So so that was another way the Crips and Bloods used to battle, would be with the Pop Warren teams. That's why you always saw a lot of gangbangers coaching the football teams. A lot of people don't know that, but that was their way. And honestly, that was the way they would recruit some of the young kids into the gangs. You follow me? But again, they would leave us alone, especially if we were real good athletes. So like me, my brother Kenneth, he was really good. My brother Steven, we were really good.
So the whole family was able to escape having to be a part of a gang.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now my baby brother Corey, he became a Santana Crip, and he got killed when he was like 20, 21.
How did that affect you? He passed
away. It was hard on me because at that time I had just graduated from UCLA and I started teaching at Verbum. And my mom called me and she was hysterical. I'm like, Mom, it's like Corey's dead, and the Hawthorne police had killed him. So we wind up suing. She wind up getting a settlement, and then my niece and nephew, they both got $25,000 apiece. Yep. So they were able to start. Like my niece, she wind up getting a full scholarship to UCLA, graduated with honors, and they paid for her master's. And now she's a school teacher in LA. Now my nephew Corey, he's playing basketball at Cal State Northridge. But the death of his dad still bothers him to this day. Yeah.
Did Troy Marshall ever have any scuffles growing up as a child?
Bro, you can't get through life and not have no scuffles now. I ain't gonna say nigga ain't had no scuffles, but it's one of them things, again, when you was an athlete or a ball player, you got a certain type of pass, but if you got tested, you had to stand up.
Had to stand up, dude.
You had to stand up, do what you need to do. And once people see that, like, motherfuckers is cool. Even today with the music business, right? I got a good relationship with Big U. I got a good relationship with Wacko. Now it is transformed from, man, let's get this money.
Yeah.
Fuck all this killing, fuck all this. And then the whole Nipsey thing, that actually took it to another level as well. It's like, let's get this money.
Let me ask you a question. I'm glad you said that. And you could, say pass or, you plead the fifth if you want. But I'm just curious because you from L.A. and I feel like you should probably know. But a lot of people say that Nipsey was being extorted from the game. That's why he was able, he was kind of like playing both sides or whatever. But they were saying he was being extorted. When I say extorted, he had to pay dues to the game member.
I don't know if he had to pay dues. He was definitely affiliated, but again, they looked at him as a messenger, right? And what's the unfortunate thing is when he passed away, all of a sudden all the radio stations started playing his record, right? While he was alive, they just thought it was too righteous or it was too pro-black or it's too proactive to where they wouldn't play it on their radio station, right? But as soon as this man passes away, all of a sudden, you saw the Shazams all across the country. Now, what happened to that when the man was alive?
I felt the same way with Lopez.
So, so that type of thing. Now, if he was being extorted or not, I can't say that because, he roamed around the streets with no issues, no problems. People come up to the store. He was a very humble kid. Like him and my son, Savon, were tight. Like Savon and Aris worked their record. He worked their records.
Do you feel that he should have taken the store marathon out the hood and put it in another location due to the status that he had and who he was?
No, because he only can.
Because a lot of people say that, he should have been left from that area, and that was like another reason why.
Yeah, but Johnny, jealousy, and that's across the country. That's just not L.A. It's just jealousy. Think about how many people are jealous of you.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But again, if you can't stand for something, you fall for anything. So, that was his stance. Like, hey, this is where I'm from. This is what I'm promoting. Now, white folks know what Crenshaw is. White folks start to learn what Crenshaw was when Moesha show was on in the late 90s, right? Because she went to Crenshaw High. They actually used the name, the whole shit, right? When he started promoting it, he put it on steroids, because you had artists from the East Coast, West Coast, South, here in Atlanta, repping his shit. He was a good brother. It's just unfortunate. And again, I didn't have a relationship with him, but my son Sylvan did, and it affected Sylvan deeply.
Wow.
Because him and Aris, they was out there with him, thugging it out, trying to break him as an artist. And what a lot of people don't know, they said he was independent, but he was getting a lot of his money from Atlantic. He was on Atlantic a lot, 2 or 3 of those years.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought he was independent.
No, he was on Atlantic.
So, before we move into the future, I want to ask him one more question.
Sure.
In the past. What was it like growing up without your father being in the house? And did that affect you any, or did it make you stronger as a person?
It made me stronger as a person because he was never there. Now, my sister, Andrea and Corey, their dad, Andre, he was in the house. When me, my mom, my sisters and brothers, and Andre, and he was a war veteran. And we lived in Inglewood. That's how I got into football. We lived in Inglewood on 108th and Yukon. And my backyard was Morningside High School, which it's Morningside High School and it's Inglewood High School in Inglewood. Them the only 2 high schools in Inglewood. And yo, you talking about a rival? It's like Sarah Verbinday. It's like Crenshaw. Like the rival between them two was crazy. But I'm in the backyard and I'm like, damn, little niggas, they my size. I didn't even know what Pop Warner football was. I saw them, man. I started begging my mama to let me play. She wouldn't let me play till I was 12 years old. But I'm talking about I was 19. Mama, can I play? Like, I was begging her.
Wow.
And my auntie
what position
Brenda.
you played in football?
I was in Little League. I played linebacker and offensive line.
Okay.
In high school, I played linebacker.
Okay.
Because I was a mean motherfucker. They called me the Tasmanian Devil.
Every fight I will pop your ass on that field.
Hardy Nickerson, who played 15 years in the NFL, he was my teammate. Actually, me and him played at Athens Park together. So we kind of came up just playing football together from being in 12th grade, and then we went to high school and through our whole high school career. He went to Cal Berkeley. I went to UCLA. Dwayne went to Cal Pomona. My other boy Durrell, he went to Berkeley on an athletic scholarship. Man, so but again, we won like 26 games in a row.
Wow.
So like we was dope in high school.
Hold on. One-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell. Got my boy Troy Marshall in the building. Who's calling?
Yo, what's up, Marshall? How you doing, man?
We say that again?
Yo, what's up, Marshall? How you doing, man? Is that him?
Yeah, he in the building. This Fred. This is like one of our loyal fans. He's a part of the show. He's basically a part of the show.
What up, brother? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, man. Hey, you doing some good things, man. I appreciate you, man. You know.
It's all good, brother. I'm just over here to spread some love and educate.
Sure, man. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, has Ashley called in yet? No, Mo called in. Has Ashley in yet?
she ain't called in yet, Mo, but we gonna see if she called in before the show over with. All right?
Okay, all right, gotcha.
All right. That's Fred. We gotta get Fred in. So let's move up. I want to know who was the first big act that you worked with.
Mary J. Blige, what's the 411?
Oh my God. So
Mary J. Blige, what's the 411? Jodeci, Forever My Lady. Guy had already Groove Me was already popping, but I worked Guy from the clubs. Like Guy performed at Paradise. Man, they had on these damn hoods and they came kind of did their thing, and then we had like the little smoke machine and shit, and then they pulled that shit off, and then Groove Me, like that shit started going down, and it was crazy up in there.
So out of all them groups, because you was around a lot of big groups that was coming through LA.
Man.
Who had one of the best shows that you seen that performed at Paradise?
I would say Jay-Z.
For real?
Jay-Z, yeah, we got you. Yo.
I thought back then Jay-Z wasn't really just...
Jay-Z performed at our club in 96, 97, I want to say. And, yo, you know the thing is, it was just him, security, a few people, wasn't no big entourage. Yo, worked out a deal with him. He said, hey, I need 12 bottles of Cristal, my fee. And he came in, did like a good 20-minute set. He was only supposed to do 2 songs. And right then, and at that time, like, people on the West Coast heard about Jay-Z, but after that, oh, nigga, Jay-Z had the West Coast on lock.
Whoa.
It went down after that.
So he showed out like that?
What? Yo, he showed out. Mary performed there before. Like I said, Guy. Yo, Hammer had like 4 or 5 people on stage. And our stage wasn't that big. He had 4 or 5 people on stage. And he went there and crushed that. Wow. You gotta remember, yo, it was Arista Records was in there that night, Capitol Records. Like, it was like that. If you ask Magic Johnson, or if you ask Shaquille O'Neal, you ask Michael Cooper or Byron Scott, like the Lakers was regulars at our shit. They was regulars at our shit. But it was upscale, and the cool thing, the reason they would come out, because Paradise was upstairs, downstairs, right? So all the ball players, all the celebrities, all the athletes was upstairs, right? So if you didn't have a wristband, you couldn't get upstairs. So they felt secure. So they didn't mind coming. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't come with entourages. They come with them, a couple of their boys. They go in there, they have a good time. And it was just a family atmosphere. But, Sidney Thompson, DJ Gus, DJ Twin, like, them some badass DJs. Like, I mean, that was, at that time, people party. It wasn't no you know, now you have the bottle service and everybody kind of party in their section. Nah, that dance floor was packed. Dancing.
People having a good time.
Good time. Yo, Don Cornelius. Don would come every once in a while. He'll come in. You know, Don Cornelius, he was just real big stature, but very unassuming. He'd just walk around. You know, he'd shake his head, you know, then he'll be here. He'd go do that, you know. And then he was just Jim Hill, Channel 2 News in L.A. Jim Hill was in Paradise 24 like it was nobody's business. Suited and booted. He would come from the TV station right over to the club.
I gotta ask you, did my boy Tupac ever bless the stage there?
He didn't bless the stage, but he'd been to the club before.
Okay.
He didn't bless the stage, but Queen Latifah has blessed the stage. The Afros have blessed the stage. Jam Master Jay and them was in there. When Leora and Def Jam was just starting, they was up in there. Mike Tyson used to come on. I got pictures of all that. Matter of fact, I'll send them to you so you can start posting them. Like, so again, we were fortunate and we didn't have no issues. Wasn't no fighting, not even girls. Girls went in.
Wow.
Well, again, that club, and another thing about Paradise, unlike other clubs in Los Angeles, we gave a free buffet from 9 to 11. Okay? So the ladies got in free till 10. Once you got in there, you was able to, I'm talking about I'm not talking about snacks. I'm not talking about fruits and veggies.
Full meal.
I'm talking about lasagna one night, spaghetti the next night. We have a taco night. So you can actually go out there, sit outside, eat you a good meal, go inside, get you something to drink, and get your party on.
Wow.
And then at 1:45, the lights go on. People come on out, they do their little parking lot pimping, and then they go on home.
So you were doing club promotion.
Yes.
How did you crack into this radio, as far as working radio with the labels? Or was it another turn you had before that, or was that the next step after the club promotion?
What happened was when Alan Carroll hired me, I was an intern there for 2 years. Then there's a young lady by the name of Joanne Frederick. She had to go on leave. So Alan said, Diane Golden, she's going to call you. She's going to hire you as a temp for 3 months, right? So I go in there, I start working. She asked me, do I know how to use the computer? Did I know BDS? Yeah, I said, yeah, I ain't know shit. But I sure the fuck told her I did know it.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I learned that shit. You know, so Joanne wound up being gone 6 months.
Wow.
Right now, I'm going to really break it down to you. Ernie Singleton was the last black executive that had a black music division in the music business. Right? So it was Ernie Singleton, A.D. Washington. They were like the big dogs. And then they had this big ass joint venture with Uptown Records and Silas Records. Now, Lowell Silas was the A&R for Bobby Brown, New Edition, Gladys Knight. So he got his own label called Silas Records. Now, y'all remember Aaron Hall, I Miss You?
Yeah.
That was on Silas Records. You remember Shantae Moore?
Yeah.
That was on Silas Records. You remember Keith Washington?
Yeah.
That was on Silas Records.
Oh, they were coming with it.
Right.
Okay.
Now, to bring it full circle, Lil used to DJ at Paradise. He was a DJ. He was a DJ turned A&R, producer. Him and Magic was like this.
Wow.
You saw Magic, Lil was right there. Lil was courtside at the Laker games every year. When he was at the Forum, he was at the Forum at that time.
Okay.
They was partners. They was partners. To the point to where Magic Johnson got a label deal at MCA that Benny Pugh brought in. He was my boss.
I
at
remember when
the
Magic
time.
started getting into
Now,
the music.
when Magic Johnson got there, well, first of all, Magic Johnson was a DJ. Magic Johnson used to throw
Hold
the
on, he was a
dopest-
DJ?
Yes. That's how he got into music. Magic Johnson used to throw the dopest mansion parties ever. You thought the NWA party was a classic? You should have been in some Magic Johnson shit. You think Jamie Foxx shit was a classic? You should have been in some Magic Johnson
What?
shit.
I would have never thought that.
No, but y'all, what a lot of people don't remember Magic used to do the Midsummer Night's Magic weekend in LA during the summer. Every August. It's a 4-day weekend. Performances, giving away money, giving back to the community, big events at Sony Studios. Man, it was the shit. And we was tied into him through Lowell Silas and Benny. So he had a label. On that label, he had Avant. Y'all remember Avant separated?
Yes.
Okay, now we gonna give some history. Let's get some history. He had Avant. Avant's first album went platinum, right? From Avant came Kiki Wyatt.
Yeah.
Now Kiki Wyatt live out here in Atlanta. Okay.
Yes.
Had Kiki Wyatt. They had that. They had a couple of duets that both went number one.
Yeah.
Right. Kiki was on MCA. Then Magic Johnson had Lloyd. Lloyd was 14 at the time. MCA we couldn't figure out what to do with him. And then Magic was like, okay, listen, I had me a couple of gold records, had me a couple of platinum records. I'm done. I'm done with this toy. Matter of fact, that's when he got the big Starbucks thing.
Starbucks, yeah.
Did the whole Pepsi thing. Like, man, yo, I had fun with this, but it's time to move on. But again, Magic had success wherever he went. And Magic was, he could walk in here right now like it's nothing. There's this restaurant in Inglewood called the Serving Spoon. You would always see him up there with his son or with his nephew or whomever. He'd just be in there chilling, eating his breakfast, going about his business. And he was just one of us. That's why Magic is so beloved in Los Angeles. And then he opened up the Starbucks. Then he opened up the Magic Johnson Theaters. Then he opened up the TIG Fridays. Right? Yeah. And they was all Magic Johnson. Right? That's why he's so beloved in Los Angeles. And he can do whatever he wants in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Whatever. He can walk he can walk in blood territory. He can walk in Crip territory. Not because he's an athlete, not because he won 6 championships, but because of his spirit.
That's
what a lot of people don't understand.
That's a good thing.
A lot of people don't understand. And if you're not from LA, you don't know that. But if you live in LA, you've been around, they'll tell you. Magic be up in the serving spoon like it was nobody's business.
Wow.
You know who else be in the serving spoon like that? Sam Watson with Al Heyman. Yes. When y'all see all them boxing matches and you see the gray haired dude, Sam, OG. Sam was one of my mentors in the club shit. There was another partner of mine, Jason Winborn, Rick Bowie, that had Diamond Productions. It was 7 Oasis Diamond Productions. We would battle with the 18 and over shit. Sam put us all together.
What's been your biggest stepping stone in the industry for Troy Marshall that you can say, you know what, I did that?
Lady Gaga.
Whoa.
Lady Gaga. I'm going to tell you a story. Lady Gaga was on Def Jam. L.A. Reid had signed her to Def Jam. Really couldn't figure out how to let it go. Garnett March was friends with, his name is it'll come back to me. But they brought her in. Jimmy Iovine had passed on that first, right? Vincent Herbert. Yeah. Vincent Herbert and Garnett were tight. So Vincent brought it in. They played it. Jimmy didn't get it at first. Martin Kieserbaum, who was head of international for Interscope, was the only A&R at Interscope that could sign acts without Jimmy's permission. If he was an A&R, Jimmy had to sign off on it. Martin was the only one, he didn't have to do that. So Martin signed Lady Gaga. When they started putting the records together, then that's when Jimmy was like, oh, hey, we might have something. Right? And then Martin had also signed Con Live at the time. Right?
Yeah,
which is Akon.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just going to bring it all the way full circle. So it was Akon, it was Divine, they had Cartnell Official, Kobe O'Donis, Space Cowboy, all this shit. I can talk about this shit all night. Right? And we started working Just Dance. Now, the original version of Just Dance has Akon on there. The original version. We had to switch out and put Kobe Adonis on there because Universal at that time wouldn't clear the record. Right?
Wow.
So as we're starting to work her, me, a gentleman, Diana Cass, who was the marketing director, Bobby Johnson, who's now Lady Gaga's current manager, George Robinson, who was my assistant, and myself. we was the Lady Gaga team. And we took Lady Gaga to gay clubs, 18 and over clubs, 20. Like, she would do 3 or 4 clubs a night. Seattle, Portland, LA, Houston, Dallas, Chicago. And I would tell the promoters, listen, this lady's going to be big. I need you to let me promote her in your club, and then I'll make sure you get a discount as she starts to blow. As she started to blow, the promoters who didn't give me any love, they got full price.
Yeah.
The promoters in the different markets that gave me love, they got the discounted price. Right? And Just Dance started playing up somewhere in Canada. And then it bled down to Buffalo, New York. And then that's how the whole radio part of it was. But the record was already steaming hot in the clubs. Pop clubs, urban clubs, gay clubs. It was just popping. And then we did a remix of Just Dance, and we put Cardinal Official on there. Because at that time, Cardinal Official and Akon had a record called Dangerous that was on the rhythm format. So, man, when I tell you Akon and Divine and them got, woo!
I know
they made a lot of money on that. But again, it was a team effort.
Yeah.
And that was probably one of the biggest bonuses I ever gotten at a record label in my life. Whenever a label has a successful year, they give you bonuses.
Okay.
And they look at who were the main people driving certain acts, and they base some of your bonus on that.
Wow.
And I got a huge bonus on that. But not only that, Vincent Herbert, Troy Carter, who became her manager at the time, everywhere they go, they always credit me for just really, because when Lady Gaga first started, she would sit in my office every day. She would come sit in my office, we would strategize, we talk about promotions, and she trusted me. She trusted me and George. I mean, we walked her from club to club to club. Wow. To DJ, to DJ, to DJ. If I told her to get up here and perform on this table, she would do it. Like, and that's why with some artists today, I get frustrated with, because I was a part of that Lady Gaga thing. And I know what she did, and I know the blood, sweat, and tears that she put into to develop the Monster Ball, right? Where she toured for 2 years straight, 15, 16,000 people a night. Killing it.
Wow.
Killing it. And a lot of those ideas, like when she had the wig where she had the soda cans as rollers, that was all her. It was all her. The girl was brilliant when it came to that type of stuff.
Has it been any artist in the industry that you have worked with that you regret?
No. I can't. I mean, I feel bad for them. I think they could have been a lot more successful if they listened. You know, I think what a lot of artists forget is, like a Johnnie Cabbell or a Troy Marshall or a Garnett March or a Steph Johnson or Greg. Like, we've been doing this for a long time. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, we adjust with the times.
Yes. Very important key.
Right.
Very important key.
We adjust with the times. So it's just like, bro, or ma'am, or whomever, I'm not going to steer you wrong. Because when you win, I win. When you lose, I take an L. You follow me? And I don't like taking L's.
Has it been an artist that has blew up, I'm talking about like really blew up to a big magnitude that you slept on? Because I slept on Soulja Boy. I remember when Mike called me.
Boy.
I slept on him. Mike brought him to me.
Boy.
Miami Mike brought it to me. My head was so big though. I had D4L, Crime Mob, and all that. So I'm like,
which we were Crime Mob together.
And I'm like, he like, John, I'm telling you this. But I slept on him, and he became this big artist.
And let me tell you what happened. Smurf picked him up. Smurf
he did. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Smurf brought him into Interscope. He was like, Troy, yo, I'm telling you, this shit's gonna be big, but you just gotta trust me. All right, bro, I'm rolling. Because you gotta remember, he a producer.
Yeah.
All right, bro, I'm gonna roll with you. Now, let's be clear. Soulja Boy is the first artist internet sensation, period. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And he was 16. He was 16, but he rocked with Smurf. He rocked with me, but he was a creative 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And we would take his ideas with our ideas, and we go rock. Yo, I had him perform at halftime at Bayou Classic with the Grambling Marching Band, doing Soulja Boy, doing his first single.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But has it been an artist that you slept on? Let's get back. I ain't letting you get out of that.
I can't say I slept on any artist. And you know why I feel I haven't slept on any artists? Because regardless if I like the music or not, your job, my job is, we're dream makers.
Mm-hmm.
This is that person's vision and dream. It is my job to help them develop that vision and dream. You follow me? So I can't say I really slept on any artist. I tell you, some of my most proudest accomplishments was Common and the Roots, because at that time they were considered backpack artists, right? But with the Erykah Badu thing blowing up in the whole, like I went through a lot of different eras. Well, I won't call them eras, but just different transitions.
Yeah.
Like I was a part of the whole neo soul thing. I was there when the Roots used to do the ciphers in Philadelphia. Yo, tell you a true story. You Got Me, right? Jill Scott wrote that record, and she was the original hook on the record. Well, they took her off because she wasn't a known artist at the time. She was known for writing, but she wasn't a known artist. But Erykah Badu was. Remember, Erykah Badu was hot at Universal.
Yeah.
Right? So they put Erykah Badu on the record. Now, if you listen to You Got Me, there's a rapper on the record. The rapper is Eve.
Yeah, you're right.
Eve had got signed to the Rough Riders, which was also on Interscope. Okay? So that whole thing just blossomed. And I'm talking about from there, it was the Roots. Then it was Common with the Light. Like that, like Water for Chocolate. Like, we made those records because we knew what we were going to do with them. That like Water for Chocolate record was crazy. The Light, we knew that was going to catch a female audience. Like, we knew it. Yo, plus they did that whole cypher thing became so, like that Roots Picnic thing, it grew from the ciphers they used to do every Sunday in Philadelphia. That's what a lot of people don't know. Those ciphers were legendary.
Wow.
And I'm talking about, it's only like 300 or 400 people. But you talking about Erykah Badu, you talking about Jill Scott, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Common. Oh, yo, it was magical. I'm getting chills right now.
Boy, that's a mean lineup.
But again, I was able to be a part of that and see that. And
seen a lot.
See the manifestation and how it just grew and just blew up. Again, the Roots won a Grammy, right?
Yeah.
They won a Grammy from that record. They shouted out the MCA. They shouted us out. Now, at that time, remember the Roots, GZA, and Common were on Relativity. I mean, no, take that back. Take that back. On Geffen. Geffen bled into MCA. So we inherit those acts. That's how that happened.
Out of all the labels that you have been a part of and worked with, who has had the longest ring?
Interscope.
And is that the best label that you could say you worked for?
That was my dream job. That was my dream job. Interscope. And when I was there, yo, it was even hotter.
So now, let's fast forward. Now, in today's time, you hear a lot of artists say, what we need a label for? A lot of artists say, I want to own my own masters. A lot of artists say, what can a label do for me that I can't do for myself if I got my own money? Do you feel that labels are still relevant today as they was back in the day? Or has it come to the stage now to where the artist can take more control and be in control of their artistry?
It's a combination of both, right? You have some artists who have the wherewithal, or independent labels that have the wherewithal to where they can self-sustain and function, right? But again, here, let's take it back a little bit. Let's take Bad Boy, right? Clive Davis took a chance on Puffy. It wasn't like he walked in with a bunch of hot ass records. You gotta remember, Biggie was on Uptown, right? A lot of people out bullshitting party record that was on Uptown. I still got the vinyl.
Wow.
So when Andre had let Puffy go, Puffy went, did his thing. He had enough relationships at the time. He was able to get with Clive. He already had Craig Mack in the wing, and he had Biggie. That's how Bad Boy started. And then, Clyde gave him all that money so he can go. But the thing, let me tell you how smart motherfuckers like Clive and Doug Morris and a Jimmy Iovine are. They let them go do them. Didn't question how they move.
Yeah.
Gave them the paper that they need to do.
I say the same thing because, not to cut you off, but when I was working with Deb and we teamed up and we was working Gucci, Walker, OJ, and Nicki, the key thing that you said, she let me do me.
Yes.
And that's how I had so much success with Nicki, Gucci, and all that. And I blew them out the fucking waters. You know what I'm saying? But she let me do me, and she didn't question me.
Right.
And she trusted me, and she just, as long as you got that bag. And I used to bring her shitloads of money. I'm talking about a lot of fucking money. So, but you said something that made me realize is like, when a person lets you do what you do, you able to have more success and a better success, especially when you can see something that they might not even see themselves in that person or whatever.
Right.
So yeah.
So but to finish answering the question, you have some artists that needs to be on the label because they need their handheld.
Okay.
Right. You have some artists. Let's take Young Dolph. Young Dolph is true independent. It took him some years to partner up with Ghazi, and Ghazi just shows him a little thing here and there. Hey man, I can guarantee you're number one on the rap Billboard chart, and this is how we're gonna do it. And then when he made it happen, okay, cool. He trusted him a little bit more. Hey man, we're gonna do it again, and Ghazi did it again. He trusted him even more. You follow me? So you have independents like a Young Dolph, who are self-made millionaires, but also still needed that little bit of assistance from a person who knows and who's astute that was able to take them to. Now, he could be at the Cardi B or Drake level, but he's choosing to be at the level that he's at from a fame standpoint, right? Because he feels that, hey, this is me, this is what I am, and this is how I'm going to keep rocking, right? Whereas when you want to reach that, like Travis Scott, him getting that McDonald's shit, that shit is, but whomever his team is, whatever agent he's with, that shit was phenomenal. That was different than a Gatorade or a Pepsi or, that nigga got a whole meal named after him after a international corporation like McDonald's. I don't think people even really digested that.
Nah, because I'm just thinking about that.
It's crazy. So that means it's Tony Scott meals all around the world. Think about that. How crazy is that? The marketing of that alone puts him on a whole nother stratosphere. They're like, well, if McDonald's can mess with him, oh man, we got to figure this out. And they're selling out. Y'all been seeing the blogs? I mean, it's sold out here. It's sold out over there. Man, they can't get that. They got to build a special thing so they can order the whole thing. Crazy. The hyperbole on that is bananas.
What advice would you give to an individual or group or an independent label that's trying to really get in the game and make their mark? Like, what advice would Troy Marshall give an individual?
Okay, for independent artists, we're in a digital age now, right? It's a very good question. You have to get your platform set up, your social media and your digital platforms. And not only that, learn the terminology, right? When you can walk into some of these labels and you can speak their language, you add zeros onto those checks. But you have to speak their language, like algorithms, platforms, marketing. They understand that. They don't understand. Well, yo, man, I just got this record and I just put it out and just blew up. They don't understand that. Analytics. When you use those type of words, you got their attention. So setting up your social and digital media platforms helps your algorithms so your analytics can build within Google search as well as within the platform itself. Give you a couple examples. Spotify, right? You can hook up your Facebook, your Twitter, your Wikipedia, and your Instagram. Those are the 4 social medias they allow you to hook up on there, right?
Okay.
If you look on the page, you see next to every song, there's a heart, right? When you press that heart, that song now becomes part of your playlist on your particular platform in that platform. Now you just became a monthly listener of that artist. This is the type of stuff managers and artists need to know. Because as you increase your monthly listeners on that platform, then the algorithm within that platform is going to feed your music to other playlists. That's how you grow and build your streams. So you got to understand the analytics of the shit.
Okay. Teach now.
It's not just about this, but again, those are the type of things. But it's right there for you. There's something called Spotify Ad Studio to where you can run ads on Spotify.
I did not know that.
I know you didn't.
I did not know that.
But again, that's where you go and hire a professional like myself that, yes, it's going to cost you a fee, but I'm going to teach you. Now, you have some people, they want to learn it. And you have some people like me, dog, I'm just going to keep paying you to retain you. You just keep doing what you're doing. I just want to make the music. You got people like that too. And then you have people who genuinely want to learn.
Gotcha.
But again, evolving within the music business. Right? One thing the major labels did, when the whole Napster thing happened, I was at Interscope at the time. All the labels panicked, right? Jimmy Iovine was probably one of the only label heads that was just like, because he was already in relationship with Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs had told him about the fucking, what's it called? What was some little, the thing that had all the music? Oh, damn. The iPod. He's like, Jimmy, I got something that's going to revolutionize the music business. All the other major labels didn't want it. Jimmy Iovine was one of the main people to let the major labels know we need to be in business with this man.
Wow.
Right? iPod come out, worldwide sensation, all songs 99 cents. Right?
Fuck the game up.
First year billing, $1.7 billion in revenue. Right?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. I remember when all that was going on.
I was right there. I was in those meetings. Right there. I was right there when Beats headphones was developed. I promoted Beats headphones.
How was the labels and how was the reaction when ringtones and how it just came out and just the label couldn't even keep up with how fast it was going.
Hold on,
because we broke a record. We broke a motherfucking record with the ringtone.
No, Soulja Boy did.
No, D4L. We beat out everybody.
Okay,
and we had to get his book a world record.
I give you that. Here, let me tell y'all something about ringtones, and I'm about to really mess with your head, right? Now, at that time, iTunes was what, 99 cents a song, right?
Yeah.
How much was a ringtone?
Ringtone, I think
$2.49.
Yeah.
$3.49 for 15 seconds. Think about that. You could get the whole song for 99 cents, but you paid $2.49 for a ringtone. But the ringtone
that was crazy.
The ringtone became...
People wanted the ringtone.
So SoundScan is a thing we get from Nelson's that shows us all of the sales per week on a single, albums, all that type of stuff, right? Well, as that was adjusting with the Apple Music and all that, the major labels, it was about ringtones. Soulja Boy was doing 230,000 ringtones a week. Lady Gaga was close to up to 300,000 ringtones a week.
We did over 300,000. Matter of fact, we did over 350,000.
Crazy. At $2.49 a pop.
I think we still owe some money.
Everybody ate. Ludacris was another one.
Yeah.
Yo, you ask Shaka and Chris, they'll tell you that ringtone money was crazy. So yo, it helped put a boost into the music industry, right? It boom. So like you got the ringtones going, and then yo, just one day it just died.
Yeah, it just disappeared.
You know, it just went like
okay, we're just gonna stop now.
Yeah, like this shit ain't hot no motherfucker. Like it just went. You know what I'm saying? But again, it was a good 18 to 24 months that really put a big jolt and boost within the music business. And at that time, they was able to adjust with the iPod, Apple Music, that whole thing.
I got another question for you.
Sure.
When did you realize that the South was running this motherfucking thing and we was the new era of the music industry and Atlanta was that shit?
Soulja Boy, yo, D4L, Shorty Low. Then y'all had them one-offs.
Crime Mob gotta be.
Crime Mob. And Crime Mob had a couple of hits. Like Nothing If You Buck. And so again, so everybody clear, me and Johnny worked Crime Mob from scratch.
Yes.
Right? Crime Mob was signed to Warner Brothers. Johnny comes into the office, yo, these kids is hot, they banana, like, yo, he sold the whole picture. I brought in hook, line, and sinker. If you saying they hot, nigga, I'm with you. We rocking. Me and this man took them little kids on the road. Because they was teenagers. They 16, 17. Diamond and them 16, 17 years old. So they needed supervision. Took them on the road, but I'm talking about Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, Miami. When Nuck If You Buck come on, it's a wrap.
Crazy.
And
you know what?
And then Stilettos. That was another record. Crazy.
Then Rock Your Hips.
Rock Your Hips. Another one. But again, just being a part of all those different eras and able to enjoy that. You know, with the whole crunk thing. Yo, again, BME.
Yeah.
The whole crunk thing. Worked all that. Trillville. Crime Mob. Little Scrappy. Paul Wall. Slim Thug. Mike Jones. Worked all those records.
Yeah.
You know,
booked all them.
So I've been fortunate and thankful to be able to work all those. Even when I went over to Interscope. Young LA. Roscoe Dash.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy. Broke Keisha Cole. Carrie Hilson. Worked all, and I'm talking about, when I say from scratch, it means like no one knew what that artist was. They just got signed to the label, and it's a person like my job and the Garnett March and the Step Johnson and the Lester Pace and a lot. It's our jobs to now introduce this artist to the marketplace. Like one of the reasons that I'm here is the label that I'm working with now closely, Hitco, they just signed this little artist named Man Man, right? There was a bidding war for him. His name is Little Man Man. He just got signed. He's out here recording music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get club DJs, strip club DJs, DJs from Streets, from V, from Hot, from The Beat, bring them over to the studio, do some one-on-one. Introduce the DJs to the artist. Introduce the artist. He 19. It's brand new to him. Right? So now getting him to know how this really works and getting the DJs to be like, hey, I need your buy-in. If you feeling this music, I need you to start. And they now become his big brothers.
Is radio still important? Is radio still important today?
Man,
you know, me and you had this conversation all the time.
You really
is radio still important due to the fact that it's so many artists. It's a lot of artists that are very successful that have not even seen radio. They don't even think about radio. A lot of these artists become even bigger after radio realize they should have been playing like, prime example, Russ.
No, hold on.
No, that's very true.
No, hold on. You asked me a question. You gonna let me answer the question?
I just got excited enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's understand something. Okay, yo, for you independent artists out there, first of all, I hope you had your pen and paper and writing shit down as I've been talking, because I've been giving a lot of jewels tonight.
A lot of shit been dropped tonight.
Now, understand this. There's this word that I use all the time called multiple impressions, right? Let's take Beyonce, because Beyonce is still relevant and current.
Yeah.
Right? It's no coincidence that you see Beyonce on the cover of Cosmopolitan, then she drops a record, or then she performs at the Super Bowl, and then the record drops right after that, and then you see a commercial. That's all plotted and planned, because that develops multiple impressions. Okay? In order to reach 1 million people, you have to make 1 million impressions. Think about that. So now, where radio, so your Spotify, your Apple Music, your Deezer, your Amazon, your YouTube Music now. A lot of people don't know YouTube Music now. Start getting into YouTube Music. Start getting into YouTube. Any independent artist that's listening, turn yourself into a YouTube artist. If you want to know more about that, I'm going to give out my number. You can call me. Yo, let's break bread. But again, you have to make these multiple impressions. Right now, earlier I was talking about connecting your social media platforms with your digital platforms to maximize your algorithms, right? So now, let's take some current artists that I'm working right now, since we're on the subject. Okay. Rod Wave, right? Year and a half ago, nobody knew who the fuck Rod Wave was, except for the kids.
Or in Florida market.
Or in the Florida market and the kids. And they knew about Rod Wave from streaming, right? Streaming. He's doing shows all around the Florida area, whole shit. Gets signed to Alamo, right? Alamo says, hey, we want to start promoting some of his records on the radio, right? So now we start putting his
But did he need it?
Absolutely he did.
So you don't think he'll be just as successful if he didn't have radio?
No. Because radio now is the amplifier. It amplifies every other thing that you're doing. Think about it. Cardi B wouldn't be as big as she is if it weren't for radio. Drake wouldn't be as big as he is if it weren't for radio. The Baby wouldn't be as big as he is if it weren't for radio. Little Baby, why you see them fighting up in the chart trying to get #1 and getting 8,000 spins on the urban format, another 8,000 spins on the rhythm format, another 13,000, 14,000 spins a week on the pop format? Because it reaches the masses. It reaches middle America.
I got a question for you then.
Sure. Yo, and Atlanta is a hotbed for it.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
You say radio is the amplifier. You say radio drives it to that next level.
Absolutely.
Let me think how to put this before I come at you. So, I'm finna go there with you, Troy.
Come on.
So,
ask one too.
Is it more political when it comes? Yeah, I'm finna go there. Because, and I hate to bring this man's name up. I hate to. But he just opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff that was going on that I didn't really just know, or maybe I just had closed my eyes to. But Tekashi 6ix9ine brought up a lot of stuff that's been going on in the industry.
Like what?
As far as different positions on Billboard, number one spots.
You say he brought it up,
number one spot, like he was just saying that. Look, I'm supposed to be at this because of my, you know what I'm saying, his history, because of the people that were streaming them, the number of people that was
buying his merch,
all that. I mean, all this stuff.
Right.
As far as this, and the main thing is streaming, the number. He felt like he should have been there in the number one spot over some of the people that had gotten the number one spot, but they got there because they bought that spot.
No. Okay, hold on.
Now, we gonna keep it real, or we just gonna be quiet?
I'm gonna break it all the way down to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna break it all the way down to you. Okay, within the music business, as they were continuing to evolve, right? You have to evolve with the change, right? with the last 4 years, YouTube streams didn't count towards the Billboard chart. It just started this year, right? Merch, you using can be able to sell merch to go towards the Billboard chart. But you want to know one of the first people to do it? And I'm about to trip y'all all the way out. He sold his album for $9.99 and put it in the price of his concert ticket. Y'all want to take who? Y'all want to take a guess? Prince.
Oh, I would have never thought that.
Prince. Prince was the first one to do it. He did that whole tour. Part of the ticket sale was the album, which counted towards SoundScan, which made him had a gold record out the box. Right? Because everybody going to a Prince concert and they don't mind paying that extra $10.
That's smart.
Yo, but again, he was the first one to do it. And then people caught on. And then the music business was like, okay.
But let's cut the chain. No,
is
it political when it comes down to Billboard, radio, and is this political? Come on, man.
6ix9ine.
So you tell me it's not political?
He went #1 without radio.
Exactly.
He went.
But then you have other artists.
But you remember, again, YouTube streams didn't start getting counted until January. Before January, you couldn't count the YouTube streams.
So
now you can. Bring the Hennessy. Now you can.
Hold on, get this cut. I'm bringing on the other thing.
Now you can. Right? Okay. And now, YouTube now has YouTube Music. Right? Let me tell y'all something. When I saw YouTube Music promoting, and it was on the World Series. Now, for y'all that are athletes or watch sports, think about it. 4 years ago, you saw the big old YouTube banner at the World Series.
That's enough.
Now, out of all the sports, the World Series is the mainstream of sports. Don't nobody watch baseball during the whole year except when it gets to the World Series.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's when I look at it.
Right?
Yeah.
When I saw YouTube, I'm like, they're about to change the game. Then you saw YouTube TV. Then all of a sudden you saw all of these influencers on YouTube blowing up. Then you still saw the artists blowing up. Now, remember they used to be Google Play. Y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. Now they're telling everybody to go to YouTube Music. Now, what a lot of people don't know, Google owns YouTube. Okay? Google owns YouTube. See, you got to educate yourself. Knowledge is power. When you educate yourself and you learn, like, do y'all know Apple Music owns Shazam?
Yes.
Okay, so you knew that. Good. Been owning them for the last 4 years. It's part of their back office analytics now, because now it's in competition. The reason Spotify is as big as it is because you can see it. You can see how many streams an artist get.
Yeah.
You can see yourself hearting. Yo, you can go to their Instagram page from their Spotify page. You can see everything. Apple Music, all you can do is play the music. Right? But if you're an artist or a manager, they have this thing called Apple Artists for Music. Now you can see some of your analytics. Right? But here, I'm about to really mess you up. Now, who you think gives artists more streams? Apple Music or Spotify?
Apple.
Exactly.
I would say Apple.
Why?
Because of how big the platform is.
No. One word.
But everybody go to Apple though.
iPhone.
Oh yeah, iPhone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I would go to Apple before I go to any other app.
If you own, first of all,
I'm going to my Apple.
It's more people that own iPhones than they do Androids.
You hear that,
right?
Jack?
That's true.
On your iPhone, when you first buy your iPhone, what's on there already?
Apple Music.
You got to download Spotify, right?
Yeah.
You got to download YouTube Music, right? You go to Android, now I think it should be YouTube Music on there now. So now, watch what I tell you. Within the next 2 to 8, 9, 10 months, you're really going to see YouTube pushing the shit out of YouTube Music.
They are.
Watch what I tell you.
I got it on my phone. I listen to my music.
Watch what I tell you.
We're going to definitely have to get into a part 2 with you because I was supposed to end at 9:30. But
sorry.
You've been dropping so many jewels. I really just been like I can't end it because I want to know some more. I want to know some more. But like it's really been a pleasure having you on the show. Like you like a person like I am.
Well, she had a question.
What question did you have?
No, he actually asked. It was about the radio because I do radio promotion too. Like my cousin, I work my cousin Ife Green. She used to be with Arista for like 15. Oh, she said 20 years. But anyway, cut long story short, that's what we do.
Right.
And I was just trying to see was it still as relevant.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
Because she's like, yes. That's how you get on the billboard. Things like that. Like, yeah.
But think about this. When Hot 107.9 or Streets or V103 or The Beat here in Atlanta, just one spin reaches 300,000 people. That's 300,000. Now, imagine if your record's in rotation. So that's 300,000 times every time the record is played. So one time that's 300,000, two times 600,000, three times that's 900,000, four times that's 1,200. Yo, that's 1.2 million. That's why radio is what it is.
I say it's okay.
Especially when you get all over, like
absolutely,
like,
all across the country. Absolutely, absolutely. Who's blowing up right now? Radio, Rod Wave. Right.
I actually thought it seemed like Rod Wave has been slacking from as big as it was.
No, Rags and Riches is on fire. On fire, on the rhythm and the urban format.
That song is. I forget that.
See, you got to remember something, Johnny. You're in the industry. You're not a even though we try to be consumers, we're the industry.
Yeah.
We are the tastemakers. Okay, the music directors, the program directors, the strip club DJs, the club DJs, they're the gatekeepers. Yes. Okay, y'all need to be writing this down. They're the gatekeepers. Why are they the gatekeepers? Because, like, I got a Ruby Rose release party at the Gold Room on Friday. DJ Alpo is the DJ. You got 700 people in the club. They're listening to every record that he plays.
Mm-hmm.
When he played Ruby Rose record, he gonna put the steroids on it. Now all of a sudden, motherfuckers is Shazamming and be like, yo, damn, that Ruby shit is hard. Then they see that, then they go to the Big Mouth record. Then they go to the Innis Feelings record. Then be like, oh, that's the chick that made $100,000 on OnlyFans in fucking 2 days. That's called marketing and promotions. Then he turns around and he plays it on the mix show at Hot. Now all of a sudden, yo, I got to fuck with this Ruby bitch. I saw her at the club. I heard the record on the club. I heard the record on radio. This bitch must be hot.
Well,
I can keep going, bro.
Y'all done heard it from the GOAT himself, Mr. Troy Marshall.
We're gonna do a part 2 though.
We gotta do a part 2 because if I let him keep going, we be here all night. I think Troy could go to the next morning.
Bro, come on, bro.
It's a lot of information being given out. A lot of jewels been dropped. Like I said, I hope y'all had your pen, pads out, been taking down a lot of information. I mean, it's been great. It's been real. This man ran my battery dead.
I'm sorry.
So, you know, we about to get out of here. He's the guy I need to talk to. Yeah, you need to talk to him. Hey, tell everybody before we get off, how can they get a hold of you and what is your social media handles? And I need my 10% off anything to come. What's your social media handle? How can they get a hold of you?
Instagram is tmarshall06. TMARSHALL06. Twitter is 7oasis. I've always kept that name. Hey, I'm going to give you my phone number. 310-663-4208. Make sure you say, hey, I heard you on a one-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell. Then that way, we continue to have a conversation, right? If you want a consultation, I do 1-hour consultations for $500. It's just like you going to a lawyer and you go get a consult for a lawyer. If you're trying to sue somebody, you're trying to get some advice, you have to pay that consultation fee, right? So the reason I charge that is if you pay that consultation fee, that means you're serious about it.
True.
If you him and high about paying $500, then whatever plan I'm going to put together for you, you're not going to be able to do it.
You're right.
Okay, so that stops them from calling my phone. And then, for the people that are serious, it gives them an opportunity.
Well,
so
I want to give you the t-shirt. I hope I got what size you was?
XL.
Damn. I had a large. I'm gonna have to go get you a different color.
Yeah, give me.
But I got your mask.
Oh,
one
look
Johnnie
at Johnny.
Cabbell. It was the shirt. It's a large, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna get you an extra. I got an extra large in the back.
Large,
so we're gonna get you an extra large. It's been real. I want to get into the thought for the day, which is sometimes you would never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's. I'm gonna read that one again. Thought of the day. Sometimes you would never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's so real. We tend to just wind up being in this position. A lot of times we wait till it's too late, or we wait till it just all said and done, or somebody that passed away, or something that happened to realize this was a very valuable moment. So let's be on our toes, pay attention. Next week, we're going to have another special guest. Stay tuned. Follow us one-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell on IG. Make sure you tune in. We on YouTube, Roku, everything, Amazon, Fire Stick, all of that. So just make sure you just follow us, keep, supporting the show, and we're gonna just keep bringing y'all these dope guests. So we'll see y'all next week. Hopefully Ashley and Mo will be back with us. So I hope they're getting well and they'll be joining us back next week. We out.
We out.